shot clock. As it comes to Talluto. Talluto at GLE. Looking for a player in the middle. She's got Rowe in all sorts of space and puts it away. Libby Rowe, a beautiful off-ball cut and all sorts of room in front of the goalie. She put it home, and the Stags make it a one-goal game. I mean, we're watching March Madness, right? So they're all talking about back cuts and off-ball cuts. Who's making motion off the ball? That is, you can bring a lot of those sets here to this sport as well. And what Rowe did, she was just patient. Wait for the little pocket of space to come up. Talluto drew two and flipped it to a wide-open Rowe. Harrell has numbers. It's a 5-on-4. Fairfield want to use this. Talluto asking for it. Free position coming. Well done there by Fairfield on player down offense. And Elizabeth Talluto a chance to tie it up here. Talluto, 3 of 7 on free position coming into today's contest. Now, will she release here, knowing that Fairfield can reset it and go again? She will go for goal, and she'll score!
Stags goal.
Elizabeth Talluto, her first of the afternoon, and we are tied at 6. Well, Fairfield, after the Riley Harrell caused turnover, look at that, a great dodge from Talluto, getting around Emily Stewart with ease and bouncing it home. Talluto, her 17th goal of the season, and with under 3 minutes left, we are level pegging. But that all came back, though, from Riley Harrell's outstanding duty. This is where you want to make your move. Under 10 on the clock. Low to high, and it's put home. Elizabeth Talluto losing her balance, but had the presence of mind to fit it through the window. And Fairfield now their largest lead of the day.
By number 30, Elizabeth Talluto, assisted.
Talluto almost going horizontal to the ground when releasing that shot, but had enough behind it to put it past Votto. Talluto, that is her second goal, 3rd point of the day. Look at that from Laura Field. Boy, it has been a train of emotions, by the way, for Fairfield's head coach. Irate a number of times at some of the decision-making from the officials. They've taken a minute off of the Rigolizzo yellow. Duty, down to 20 on the clock. Goes to Greffenstedt. Finds Talluto, who scores! Great offense player down, Elizabeth Talluto with another goal. That is her 3rd of the day, and Fairfield are now up by 5. And that will take us to a break as well, but Ellie Greffenstedt being patient as ever late in the shot clock, and Elizabeth Talluto says, I got this, thanks for setting me up. Fairfield 15, Iona 10. Back in a moment here from Rafferty Stadium as you're watching MAAC Women's Lacrosse on ESPN+. 6 of the last 7 goals in this game. Pass to Talluto. One more for her.
Stags goal.
She has come alive here in this second half. Elizabeth Talluto, 3 in the second half alone, and Fairfield are up by 6. I mean, this is the mark of a champion team here in Fairfield. A team that took Iona's best punch early on, and a Gales team that were coming in all sorts of confidence. Yes, even after a 21-20 loss to Siena on Saturday, they took the punch. They saw a goalie change. And this is probably some of their best offensive lacrosse that they have played all year. And Iona have made a goalie change as well. Controls per game at 6, and she's second on the team in goals as well with 36 of them. A first-team all-conference member with the Commodores last year, trying to do the same for the Hawks this season. Kelly Horning, she has done everything for Fairfield University women's lacrosse and continues to be a standout on both sides of the ball. Last week, the MAAC Defensive Player of the Week for her performance in Fairfield's 1-1 record, a win away to Quinnipiac and a loss to Siena, but she comes into today program record in Horning, the 1v1. Out wide to Talluto, had a fantastic week last week. 12 goals across 2 games, including 7 against Quinnipiac. And onto the backhand, she puts it home. Oh, what a goal there for Elizabeth Talluto. Kept rolling on the crease. The whistle had come, but she finished what she started. And that will take us to our first break as well, as Monmouth started off with a 2-goal run. It was a moment of individual brilliance here from Elizabeth Talluto. As I was saying, at 12 goals across 2 games last week, Talluto dodging a pair of checks, still tiptoes the crease and fires it home on the backhand. Talluto, the junior from Westchester, Pennsylvania, her 33rd goal of the season. And I was talking with Laura Field about her specifically in the build-up to this, and she's saying that Talluto is a player that not only is in all sorts of confidence right now, but she's putting these games together in a row. Scored 7, as I mentioned, against Quinnipiac last Wednesday. Backed it up with 5 on Saturday to Siena. She's now had 17 goals in 4 and not even a quarter league games thus far. One of the players that Fairfield's really relied upon, that driving attacker, and does a little work in the midfield as well. Andy Bednarik, only saved 4 today. Again, her offense has really carried the load. Talluto scores! Elizabeth Talluto picking up her 2nd of the afternoon. And it's back to a 6-goal game. And that's really what Talluto's game is based about. Got great pace. Really strong first step as well. Got a lot behind that shot. Talluto picking up her 34th goal of the season. The combination of Harrell and Talluto, you're probably going to have a pair of 40-goal scorers before the season comes to an end. But it could be the likes of Talluto that might have to carry Fairfield down the stretch here. So you know that Riley Harrell is going to force any passes. If you're not certain about it, don't go. Horning does release and scores. Kelly Horning, a 5-point afternoon for her. This is her best at home this season. It's a 5-goal game with 10:24 left. And Talluto, a rare helper for her, just her 9th of the season. But able to wait out, make sure that Horning wasn't a spot that she could connect with. Minutes left to go. Now you have to start pushing. Fort will start that climb. Maggie Fort's having herself a day today. It's a 4-point effort for the junior. Most amount of goals that she scored in a game this season. It's a great little feed from Talluto, picking up her 2nd helper. That will also bring us to a timeout on the field. With 7.5 minutes to go exactly, we'll step aside for the final time in this. Save. Now Kelly Horning might have it unsettled here. Has an option near side. Talluto dodges, scores! Defense to offense, and it's a 4-goal game. Well, it starts with that outstanding save from Casey Collins, but Kelly Horning running it unsettled here. She finds Talluto, who now has just picked up her 3rd assist of this quarter. Or excuse me, Kelly Horning had the assist. Talluto with the goal. Sorry, folks, been a long day here today. But Talluto gets her 4th point of the afternoon. And again, that's what I was talking about at the beginning of this quarter. You don't think about the big mountain that you have to climb. You just try and hit those mini goals. In this sport, we've seen crazy things happen, and Monmouth still believes